Here we go. Welcome to the Ham Podcast. Been been a very long time since we wanted to start this. The Ham Podcast here with Helmke and Mike. Can you hear me? John? Helmke?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Mike?
So we wanted to start this last time, and it didn't happen. And because we wanted to do this in person, and so since that fell through, it took us a little while to get it here on stream. And now, of course, he's at his place, and we're at mine. And now we got the stream going. The Ham Podcast is now live officially today. So, John, what do you think so far after all that time of the stream?
I'm excited, Mike. Like you said, it's something that we've been planning for years in the making. So the fact that it's finally happening and we can get this going, let's get it going, baby.
Man, you know what? It is crazy because for longest time it's always been just me and you talking on the phone, never on an actual computer, and to see you actually on a computer with me, because I've always done a computer for forever. So I've always played games. I've always been online, but to see you here, it's a little weird, but I'm enjoying it. And I know this is your first actual gaming computer, and for some reason I lost you. We lost Helmke. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Well, I knew there was going to be bugs that were going to be coming on with this, so it's okay. It's our first one. We'll get all the kinks rolled out. We'll figure it out. You're right over there. What happened?
I'm okay. Technical difficulties in the hood.
So, since this is your first computer, how does it feel, or what's your experience so far? Like, what do you like about having a computer? With not even just a computer, but a gaming computer.
Yeah. So it's interesting, right? Growing up, I was never the kid that had a computer in the house. I was always outside and doing stuff. So having a gaming computer, who I was never a big gamer, is quite different to me. But I will say this, quite addicting.
Yeah, because it was. I know. Well, for the longest time, it was more like, I'm not gonna game. I don't want to like try it. But I know that when you did, now you're playing Valorant right now. In case if anybody doesn't know what Valorant is, during this time I'm also going to play a little clip while he's talking, just to make sure you guys can see what Valorant is at the same time.
Yeah. So with Valorant, right? It's different for me because anytime I did game, it was Madden or NBA Live, something like that, on a console. So the fact that I have something like this on a PC, then it's first person shooting type thing. That's what I call it, at least. I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, no, it is a first person shooter, and of course, it's the competitiveness that when we played sports, from football, and of course, I played baseball. I mean, it's just that edge that you get because you want to win. Uh, you want to do well. You want your team to do well, and of course, you want to help your team. Because yes, you are an individual, but you got four other teammates, and it's just at the end of the day, you want to win. Now, it does suck when you lose, but you have to lose sometimes.
Absolutely. And speaking of teams, I want to say hi to Fancy '08. He's over here telling me hello. So absolutely. Hello, Fancy '08.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just thanks for everybody that's here, that's watching. We do appreciate you guys being here. And episode 1, we're gonna go as long as as we can. But yeah, so right there on the screen, you can see that's Valorant, 5v5 competitiveness, and it's the first to 13. And of course, if you get to 13, you win. Now, of course, you can tie it double 13 and go overtime, and then try to win that way. It's a fun game. I know for Helmke, if you could admit, if you want, it's Not the easiest of game.
Oh no, it's absolutely not. And here's the thing: playing the game is not easy to begin with, and then playing it on PC, having to kind of spread your fingers out on the keyboard, W's to walk and A's to go left, D to go right. I felt like I was that 15-year-old ninth grader again, trying to figure out what my fingers could do. So
Try and learn how to write. My ABCs in the line. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. And we've played a couple games already, and I know you're still playing every so often just to get better and better and better. And I can't wait till we can actually play a match like for rank, because there's rank system in this game. But I know you've been enjoying it.
oh, absolutely. And you know me, I'm a competitive guy, so I'm only going to push myself to get better so that I can be a part of your team, right? Your team is, to me, pretty legendary. So if I can even play one game with you guys, it would be an honor.
I mean, we do what I mean, we do well. I wouldn't say legendary, because there is a pro scene to this for anyone that doesn't know. So Valorant, it does have a pro scene, and they're normally young kids, and they're I have to be like at least 16, 17 to early 30s, and they get paid to play this game. They get paid to go, basically go around the world and play other teams and see different cities, and make some good money. Uh, I mean, but it's fun, and I've played with my guys for what, I don't even know, like 10 years now, 8 to 10 years, maybe longer. I don't even know.
Yeah, y'all definitely have a leg up on me when it comes to that, but I'll get there. And when I get there, I'm going to wreck shop.
Whew. And isn't there one person in particular you want to wreck shop?
Oh, yeah. He goes by the name of Fancy '08. So, he better keep his head on a swivel because I'm coming to take that ass out.
I haven't seen a response yet, so he may be a little scared.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
But just to give you guys a little bit of information on us, I know we went right into that because John's first computer, and I know he's been enjoying it. We're gonna get to a little bit of what's different about using a computer for him, but for me, I've like I said, I've been gaming probably since, I don't even know, early teenager, even before that. Uh, but of course, outside of gaming for me, yes, I do love UFC. I love sports. I played sports when I was in high school. I played it when I played flag football. Um, I do love to go camping. I love going to the water. I love the beach. But so I'm not just a nerd. I don't just stay inside. I mean, I do that a lot. So my skin probably is not brown as it should be. But that's so for me. It's not just gaming. I do love to go out. I do love to have some beers with my friends and hang out.
Lots of beer.
So, well, I was trying to think, because the last time we had beer or even hung out outside was at your place, right? We were watching the UFC.
We were watching some UFC, and real quick, Mike, I agree with Papa Dallas. I love two-hand touch as well, only below the waist.
I wonder if he likes that too.
I'm sure he does. If he's a part of your crew, I'm sure.
So, so for you, because I know, well, it's funny because we had jokes. I think was it last night we were talking a little bit about the stream, because we'd be talking right now, just like how we're doing. We would have our cameras on, and I would say, "Hey, look this up on Google." And the first thing you would do is look at your phone, even though you're right in front of your computer, because you're not used to it, of course.
Yeah, it's old habits die hard, and you gave me a good verbal lashing for that one. You're like, dude, you have a computer right in front of you.
Well, I had to watch you for a few moments, because you first thing you did was, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if he knows that he's on a computer right now, and he could type Google, and it'd probably be a little easier and faster. So I watched for a little bit, and then I laughed, and I told you, and you're like, "Oh yeah, it does, right here in front of me." I mean, you're just not used to it. I mean, it's okay. It's it's not something you're used to yet.
No, but I'll get there. And the thing is like, as soon as I do get used to it, I'm gonna be even more comfortable, and I'll get better at it. Just like when I got real good at Madden and I started whooping you.
Yep, you did. You did. I mean, hey, but we had some good battles in Madden because we would do that before we would get ready to go out to where we were going. It was like our we would pregame and play Madden or
Oh,
NBA Live, and those are some good battles back and forth. Now, of course,
oh man.
it didn't matter who won because we were still like, oh, those some good plays. You did awesome. But yeah, I would get beat, you would get beat, but it was
Yeah.
fun. But those
Hey,
were some good days.
yeah, it was definitely whoever was having the better Friday night won because it was definitely back and forth.
Man, I just hated when you would pick on Madden, you would get your like DBs, and I would try to chunk it, so I can get a touchdown. I was like, oh, it's going to be easy touchdown, and it wasn't. You picked it.
Yep.
Probably cheated. That's probably what it was.
No, it's what can I say? I'm a natural football player, so it just came natural to me.
Wait, so you're saying it's not natural for me?
I mean, it's not as natural. Let's put it that way.
So that's how it's going to be. Well, so we had of course, we did have a couple issues at the beginning. We'll get those, of course, ironed out for the next one. But it was good. So at least we have it running. Episode 1 finally. We've talked about it for so long. I'm glad it's here.
Absolutely, I'm excited. I can feel it in my toes.
Oh, so before we go on, we'll talk about something else here in a moment because I do want to have one game that I would like John to play with me, or Humpy. Sorry, is it Humpy, John, Mike?
You know,
I don't know if he'll do it, but we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna play it right now. I don't know if anybody here in the chat has played. Well, I know people in chat because I know Papa Dallas has played it, and I know Goat Cheese which is one of our friends, has played it as well. It's called Fall Guys, and it's a game that's, yes, it is nice and comforting in a way because it's not as stressful like playing something competitive where you're going to get probably a little upset. But it has its own way of making it frustrating. So it's called Fall Guys, and this is it. So it's going to look a little cartoony to some people. You're probably thinking, oh, this is a kid game. But it's really not because you have to go from one end of the map to the other end of the map, trying to beat, what is it, like 40 something other people to start with. And along that way, you can fall off the map, you can get held. The map itself, like he's trying to get on a fan. Sometimes the map itself will push you off in some way. But it's a very fun game, and I want Humpy to do this with me because it's a fun time.
I'm excited. I mean, just looking at the game, watching it run around and jump on like trampoline looking stuff. As a big guy, I don't get to jump on trampolines very often, so I'm gonna live vicariously through this game.
So right now, as it's showing, I mean, I haven't played these, so these are new maps from the new season that came out, I think, a couple weeks ago. So I've never played these maps, but they do not look easy. I can see a lot of laughs, a lot of, you get, like, oh my God, get those moments, but I would like us to play that, and then we can show it on stream, some of our funny moments of that. I think it'd be fun.
Oh, you count me in, pal. You count me in.
We have Goat Cheese in here. Now I've played a lot with this with Goat, and it's a fun, like I said, fun drinking game, nice fun and show game. But it's a game that we're going to have to test our skills together with.
Yes, yes. I do want to give a shout out to Go Cheese. He's my number one competition.
And,
So,
and what?
in you, all right, in you, all right, and the
Wait,
space in your heart.
wait, in me or? Oh, okay, because you. Oh, that's right. That's right. Because you think he steals me from you.
Yeah, you know, he uses. I don't want to go too into depth, but he uses his privilege to get into your heart. He uses his good credit.
Privilege. So you ready for some fantasy football this year?
Oh, fantasy! I'm stoked. I tell you what, I'm not doing on fantasy football. Taking any Eagles.
Well, I mean, I know that's probably a jab at somebody, but I wouldn't mind the quarterback, but as a backup, not as like the main guy.
Yeah, and that's what he is. He's a backup, just like when Tua got to Alabama, he became a backup.
But isn't he a? Oh no, yeah, he's on the Dolphins right now, isn't he?
Tua
Or
is, but well, I'll say back in college,
oh,
you
okay, he was a
know,
backup.
Jalen Hurts was a starter at Bama until Tua got to Bama.
But can we talk about? I know everybody doesn't like to say it, but can we talk about the best team in the NFL, of course, which is America's team? They're on Hard Knocks. Everybody's going to hate. I mean, they're better than the Cardinals. There's only one player on Green Bay that's better than probably all of Cowboys, which is Aaron Rodgers. But can we talk about seeing them on Hard Knocks? But even though,
Oh,
I mean, I know when Zeke says he needs some baby powder, but or that too he can eat.
yeah, he's gonna eat, man. Hard Knock so far, I'm loving it. What what I like to see is our offensive line was our weakness was Connor Williams. So this last episode, him blocking Aaron Donald and causing a fight doing it because Donald is an absolute baby. It was fantastic to see Connor stand up for himself.
He got so mad. I mean, he was complaining that he was holding. I mean, it's just practice. Of course, some of them are going to hold, but I mean, if you're this big guy that you say you are, like, hey, I'm the man. I'm the best pass rusher in the game. You can't complain about those little small things.
I mean, you're talking about a guy who's been triple teamed the last 3 seasons, and you're gonna complain about a guy holding you in practice?
Is
Come on now.
does that make him a bitch?
Uh, in John Helmke's eyes, yeah, he's a bitch.
Well, he's not on our team, so that's okay. But I do hope that Dak does well because we do need him to be healthy all season. I mean, we had crappy backups; they couldn't do anything. Danucci does look good so far, but I wouldn't say he's a starter. We don't have a great backup, so we need Dak to stay healthy.
And I think if he stays healthy, you can mark him, you can pencil him in as a comeback player of the year.
Can I pick him first over every other quarterback in fantasy?
No.
No.
I would say you still have to go Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would do. I'm trying to think. If I had an option, of course, let's say Pat Mahomes is out. Not first pick because that's probably guaranteed for a lot of people. Who would be your next first pick?
That's interesting, right? Because you got Tom Brady, who's still with Tampa. That offense is still the same as it was last year, and but yet you expect it to eventually catch up to him, right? That age. I mean, look what happened to Drew Brees last year. Out of nowhere, he showed his age. Then you got Aaron Rodgers, who's not happy in Green Bay. So you don't know what you're going to get. So Dak could be a viable option as a top three quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers. He's going to have Devontae Adams. He's going to throw to. Um, I mean, he always puts up points. So does Tom Brady, even though he's like 65. He still puts up points. I don't know about New England. Of course, Cam Newton. I feel like his arm is kind of shot, but the backup looks good.
I think you're going to
Um,
see Mac Jones within week 5 in New England.
I kind of think so too because the only thing Cam's got is his feet, and if Cam can't run, his arm right now is iffy, and it showed last season because at the beginning before he got hurt, it was all rushing touchdown, and then when
Oh,
he tried to show his arm, it wasn't there.
yeah. And you got Goat Cheese, 14 in here talking about Cowboys going 8-9.
I hope
Uh,
not, but we do have that curse of doing like eight, just 8 wins, and that's it. Or I mean, we had a 9.
so let me ask you this, Mike. What's going to get rid of the curse?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think I got the answer, but I don't want to say it.
Jerry Jones dying.
Yep. Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
Jerry Jones does have to take. He just had to step aside, let your GMs, let everybody else do the work. You just reap in the glory of, you know what, I am the Cowboys owner. That's it. You know what, you can do whatever you want. Just don't control the team. I mean, I would agree with that one. Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, so let's look, right. So we've got Go Cheese 14 in the chat,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a Packers fan. Obviously, you can tell. So when it comes to the Packers, right, great team. Don't get me wrong, they're good, but you have Aaron Rodgers for maybe one more year. You've got Adams for one more year, and then you got an aging. What's his name? We had him a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, he came from the
Randall
Texans.
Cobb.
Yeah, Cobb. Uh-huh.
Yep. So I don't see them winning it this year, and I don't see them winning it with Jordan Love.
I don't know. I haven't seen too much of Jordan Love, so I don't know. I can't say, oh, he's going to be good or he's going to be bad. So I have no idea. I can't say.
So let's go to the second team that's trash, right?
Okay.
Fancy 08.
Oh, Cardinals. Okay.
Yes. Cardinals, right? So Kyler Murray, all 4'8" of them.
Well, you can't really say. I mean, I know he's smaller than Drew Brees, but Drew Brees was also considered small in the league, and I mean, great QB. I do wish he would have, stayed longer, but this time he wanted to leave. Thanks for the follow, Goat. Appreciate it.
Wait a second. Yes, I was about to say that.
$500. Our record is better than the Cowboys. Like overall record. Wait, is that? But is that only talking about when Kyler Murray? Oh my God, Murray got there, or is it like throughout history, right? Or since the team has been in the NFL?
Here's the thing, right? With the Cardinals, he's talking about $500. Their record's better than the Cowboys. Yeah, you got Kyler Murray, right? Yeah, you got D-Hop. Granted, one of the best receivers in the league right now. However, thank you, Zane924, now following.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the follow.
Yes. However, you got old boy that just got there from the Bengals, the wide receiver. He's an ankle injury away from going down.
Oh wait, you're talking about on the Cardinals, the one that came from Houston as well.
Yes.
Not Deshaun Watson. That's
no,
the quarterback.
Receiver.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can see him in my eyes. I mean, if I have to look him up, I'll look him up.
Yeah, I can see him too, laying on the ground.
Let me see. Here, you know what? I'll let you keep talking about it, and I'll pull it up real quick.
So, Papa Dallas, Herbert's gonna sling it this year.
Oh yeah, so it's
AJ
either
Green.
Yeah, I would say because the other one is DeAndre Hopkins, which he's just a beast. So we can't even say much about that. Now they do have a team. I mean, and they do make it to playoffs because the Cowboys can make it to playoffs. Now, would I take that bet right now? $500 that this season Cowboys get more wins than the Cardinals, or of course for him, vice versa. Not that I have well, I guess it's going to sound crappy. Not that I don't have faith in my team. I need to make sure that can be healthy first. Right now, it's not proven. It's not proven for me. It's not proven for me.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I am a huge Cowboys fan, and I do not have faith in my team.
It just sucks when you can't say you have faith in your team because yes, they haven't made it to playoffs probably since Tony Romo when he messed up the field goal and then he didn't make it into the end zone. So
how are you gonna do that?
I mean, that's the last time. I mean, there is only there's nothing more you can say because that was literally probably the last time, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Dak took us to the playoffs.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We lost in the wild card game.
Okay, I just don't remember that one then. Wasn't that memorable? Not like the Tony Romo messed up.
But this is true, and that's a good thing because I don't want another memory like that.
Okay. I'm trying to think because there's not so much we can say, of course, to fantasy because we haven't actually started. Our draft is actually on, I think it's September 5th, which is a Saturday. I can just double check that real quick.
Oh,
Oh, it's 4th. It's the 4th. And we'll show you all our picks. What we picked. I mean, I'm in three drafts, but I'll show you probably the one that me, of course, the one that me and you are in, and then go over our picks. We'll put them. We can put our picks also on the Ham Podcast Twitter and let people say what they want to say about our picks and see how well we did.
down.
Oh man, the last few years though in fantasy, I have probably some of the worst luck. I'm either last place or I'm pretty close to it. But I used to be like always top 5, and I don't know what has changed for me. I may just have to change my style of picking. I don't know.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How many fantasy championships do you have?
Oh, you jerk. I have one. Okay, one.
Yes. So until you get on my level,
Shit. I know.
top 5 doesn't
Well,
matter.
does like multiple leagues count?
No, no.
But I'm still a champion on those leagues too.
Only there's only one league that matters to us, Michael, and you know this.
I know. Were you one of the few that had the rookie luck where you got it on your very first year when you joined?
Oh, oh, so we're doing that now. We're
I
calling
was
it luck.
I was just asking, like, did you have that rookie luck on your first time ever?
Michael, you and I both know you can shit in one hand and luck in the other and see which one gets full first.
At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter because I still only have one championship in that league, and you have two. So no matter what, I still lose. So
Hey, Can,
regardless, it doesn't matter.
can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Mike? Who do
No,
you always lose to in that league?
um, my wife actually,
Yeah,
have a bad
yeah,
record against her.
yep. Sweet, lovely lady, and you can't beat her.
Mm-mm. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There you guys go. Best team.
There it is. There it is.
I do beat my dad a lot though.
So, but
Um,
so let
wait. Can we talk about that? Wait. Can we? I think it was your first or second championship. When it was me and you in the championship. Can we talk about the Ugly Bowl? Can we talk about that?
oh oh yeah, that was horrible. So leading up to it, Mike and I had been destroying everybody easily in the playoffs. And then we get to our championship game, and going into the last players that we had that weekend, I had, I think, a running back, and he had a running back maybe. And the score was like 52-51. It was horrible.
It was somewhere in the 50s.
Yeah.
But we can tell you the third and fourth place game. They had because so on average in our league is anywhere between 100 to about 120. So we're in the 50s, which is extremely horrible. You might as well just had all your backups in because that's what it felt like. Even though we did have a lot of our stars in, and the third and
Yeah.
fourth place team had the regular, 100 and something points. So
Yeah.
we had like the ugly bowl, or I don't even know what you want to call it, but it was not a championship game. That's
No,
all
no,
it
no.
was.
I'll tell you what to call it, Mike. It was called the championship game, and I won.
I should have won that, but for some reason my players
Uh,
wanted to like suck. Did you see
quick,
something? Oh,
yeah, quick shout out to Michaela 319. Thank you, saying the setup looks great.
oh
So thank you, Michaela 319.
we appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, we have. I want to ask, who do you think is going to be? I would say the Super Bowl champion of next or this year coming up, of course.
Ooh,
And then after, who do you think is going to be the worst team?
so I've been putting some thought in this, right? Because I'm a thinker, and I like to weigh options on my mind. Uh,
Don't think too hard, two-time champ.
so championship, Super Bowl winner, Kansas City Chiefs.
Man, I thought Chiefs are going to win last year, but man, like I don't know. I don't know if it's a curse because it's not a curse for Tom Brady, but that guy just does not lose, and they have a stacked defense.
Yeah, they do.
Like I want
Now,
to I want to say Tom Brady's going to repeat because it's just so easy to say. But so you went with the Chiefs.
yes.
But what the team I was hopeful for last year, also besides the Chiefs, I wanted the Browns to make it because I know a lot of people don't like the Browns. It's my and this I'm not picking because it's my dad's favorite team, but those guys worked hard, and I thought they were going to make it. And now I don't think they would have beaten. I forgot if they would have played the Chiefs or Tampa Bay, or they have to beat one of them before they made it. I forgot who they played or would have played, but it would have been nice to see the Browns win. I think.
I agree. I mean, they're a good young team, and I I look at them the same way I look at an NBA team, where in the NBA I don't ever feel like a team that has Harden will win a championship. I feel the same way about OBJ. Nobody will win a Super Bowl with Odell Beckham Jr.
I don't know. He was tearing it up before he got hurt.
Well, here's the thing: they had a better record while he was out.
I guess that. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Now, worst team in the league,
Ooh.
Houston Texans.
I mean, I would love to say like the Giants or the Redskins, but they're not that trashy, so it's not. I would like to say, how about the Jaguars for me?
I mean, that's a good solid pick for last in the league, but I think with Urban Meyer, with Trevor Lawrence, they're going to squeeze out at least 3 wins. I don't see the Texans being able to win a game.
No, I mean it's true. Well, it also depends on who their QB is going to be. I mean, the Texans is a good pick, and I just don't want to pick him because you picked him. But I do agree with it. But
Oh, mark it down right here.
okay,
Mark it down right here, Mike.
okay,
Papa Dallas, Jags win at least 6 games.
6 games. I mean, it's. I mean, they do have the number one pick now. Of course, that doesn't always mean the number one pick is going to guarantee you wins, but it's still going to be good. I mean, it could be better than the Cowboys if we can't get our act together. Not
Well,
last place, but if we're
no,
around the 6 to 8 win range, as always.
I think Go Cheese hatred for the Vikings is showing because I don't think they'll be worse in the league. They got a decent defense. They still got Adam Thielen. They still got Delvin Cook. So I don't see them being the worst in the league.
No, I don't see that being the worst either. I mean, well, I guess we'll talk more, of course, when the season starts. We could just see like the first, couple weeks, and then be like, okay, this team does not look good at all. But we won't know until then. But I am ready for football. I think it's been, with all the COVID and everything, you need that nice little distraction. And football
Oh,
is where it's at.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. No, well, hold on, Mike. Hold on,
Oh,
Mike.
okay.
Hold on, because while football players were talking about COVID and missing games, there
Mm-hmm.
was one sport that was going strong, and that's the
Oh,
UFC.
how did I know you were going to bring that up? Well, I mean, Dana White made deals. Dana White wanted to make sure that, I mean, they had something to show on TV. So at least, I mean, that was there. I mean, it was weird not having a crowd, but that's the same thing for any sport because with, the NBA, they were in their bubble for, the first season of COVID. And then, we started seeing fans slowly, but with the UFC, I think it was fun watching some people. Actually, you know what? It wasn't without people, but what I was thinking of, it was nice to hear their corners talk because
Yes,
when there's fans, you can't hear anything. You hear just the commentators and that's it. But without fans, you got to hear everything.
I agree. I agree. And one of the things I liked as well is you could hear the sound of the punches landing, the kicks landing, bone on bone, and it just sounded amazing in an empty stadium.
Yeah, I felt like every kick you heard was a lot louder, harder. Every punch you can hear it made it. I guess when I say I mean, more optimized. I don't know if I want to say that. I don't know if it's the right word, but it did make feeling. You feel like you can feel those punches, feel those kicks because it looked like it hurt. Wait, it looks like Goat is saying that UFC is ultimate friends cuddling.
Um, that okay, so he disappoints me, right? Because where he's at right now is where the UFC originated in 1993. So he better have some respect. Put some respect on their name.
Some respect on their name. But there have been some fights, of course, that just go too early. I mean, I have to poke a jab because that's our inside joke. But like Connor, when he
Oh,
falls, pretty easy. What you say something?
Mike, Mike, look, Mike. First of all, that man. Let's think about this, right?
Okay.
When he broke his leg,
Uh
right?
huh. Uh huh.
Notice what I said. He broke his leg.
Okay.
He sat there.
But you don't think what's his face
He's
had any impact on that leg? I mean, I know they were saying he had some like ankle. What do you call it? Degenerate. What I forget what they were saying, but like his ankles are weak. Let's put it that way.
chronic arthritis.
There
He
you go.
has he has chronic arthritis. All right, that was an insider news that I gave you, delivered from Dana himself to me.
Wait, do you know Dane? Do you talk to him?
I know a Dana. Maybe it's not white, but I know a Dana.
But no, I mean it was. I mean it would have been a nice fight if his ankle didn't break. I mean, but it's the same thing with everybody that has hurt, or
Yes,
broken their shins or their ankles, of course.
but what I was gonna say was is when he broke that leg, he sat there on that canvas and he immediately started hyping the next fight. When Anderson and Whiteman broke the leg the same way, they were curled up on the ground crying. That man sat there talking shit.
Well, yeah, because I mean, he was getting talk shit back or to him. Of course, that one I didn't agree with. Like, okay, he's hurt. Yes, you won. I mean, I know there's bad blood, but I mean, okay, you won. Say a little bit, but you kept going and going and going. Which I mean, I do agree. It was nice to see, even though Connor was on the ground, talk back and be like, I'm coming for you. You better be
Your
ready.
wife is my DMs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. When he said it at the, was it when they gave him the mic? Right? Is that what he said it, or
Yeah.
was it? Yeah. But your
Now
birthday is
I will
coming
say
up.
this.
Oh no,
It
your
is.
birthday's coming up next month, and there's a UFC fight also on your birthday. You ready for that?
Oh, let me tell you something. I am ready. And here's the thing. Not because it's two championship fights, which is awesome, but my boy's coming back. Mr. Nick Diaz himself, the older Diaz
Oh,
brothers, 209, Stockton, bitch.
you know what? I am excited to watch him fight. I think I've only got to watch. I think only a couple, and that was when I was still early in the UFC when I was watching. And I think I only watched a couples, and I really don't remember them. But it's going to be nice to see him fight again. And oh, can't wait to watch the fight, drink some beer, or spend time for your birthday, and barbecue.
Now here's the thing. All I ask for is when you barbecue is
Yep.
let's get some of them legendary wings.
Wings, I don't know. I can't do ribs very well. No, I'm kidding. I only say that because Fancy loves my ribs,
Well,
and
that's not the only thing Fancy loves of yours.
he likes my wings.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, but just a barbecue, hang out and watch some fights, drink some beer. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
Now we do have a fight. There's matches tomorrow. I did see in the chat that someone said don't let you barbecue.
That's DKen 83. That's DKen 83, and he's lying, first of all, because if that 83 stands for the year he was born, that's about 10 years too late. He was born about 73.
Is that because his barbecue is not that good?
First of all, he is from up north, and we all know they don't barbecue as great as Texas.
That is true. The southern states. are known for the barbecue. Now, I mean, there's people that say that North Carolina barbecue is good. I never had North Carolina barbecue, but I hear it's good.
So here's the thing with it. What I consider great barbecue is where you don't have to put any sauce on it. That's what we do. Am I correct there, Mike? We don't have
Yep.
to put barbecue sauce on ours.
If you can cook barbecue and nobody needs to put sauce or extra flavor on the barbecue, you did a hell of a job. Because if you have to, that means either it's dry, it's tasteless, or it just sucks. Just have to say it that way. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. Real quick. I just want to make sure that Fancy doesn't think I'm annoying him. Um, I agree with you, Fancy. Clay Guida does win tomorrow.
Okay, so let me show some of the prelims that are going to be going on tomorrow, and I believe this is actually going to be free, right? It's on ESPN Plus or ESPN
Yes.
Two or something like that.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah. You
let
can
me
catch all prelims on ESPN Plus.
okay, so let me do this here. There we go. So we'll start from the bottom, work our way up. Now, there's a lot of the players here fighters that, I mean, I do love UFC, but John knows UFC a lot more than I do. So he knows fighters well, like he's well versed in the UFC fighter world, and I'm not. I do know a good amount, but not as much as John. So now these are prelims. I don't know if you want to say too much into them or if you just really want to see them. I didn't mean to click on that.
So I won't go too far into the prelims, but I will say this: the one guy that stands out for me, there's actually two, is Brian Kelleher
Okay.
and Roosevelt Roberts.
So Brian Kelleher. And you said who
Oh,
was the
and
other one?
also Roosevelt Roberts, and also my girl,
Uh huh. Which one?
Bea Malecki,
That's your girl?
from the one of them from the Ultimate Fighter.
I
They
don't know.
call her the Swedish Barbie.
I don't know if I remember her. Here's the matchup. She is 4-0 versus 7-1 fighter. 5'9 versus 5'2. She does have the reach advantage though.
Yes. And you're talking about the striking, we're talking straight European kickboxing versus the jiu-jitsu of Nunez.
Now I am excited about these top two fights. I do not know much of the bottom fighters, but I can say I do want to watch these top two fights.
Yes.
So we'll go
One
into.
thing
Oh, go
Oh
ahead.
no, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
One thing about the bottom one, Brian Kelleher, is anytime he gets into a fight, he's gonna slug.
Oh,
He's gonna
bottom. Okay.
throw and he's gonna look for a knockout.
We'll go to the main card because I know you're ready for the main card. That's what you really want to talk about.
Yes, sir.
All right, you go to town. I'll just follow your lead.
So you got Trevin Jones. Trevin Jones is a good stand-up fighter, good jiu-jitsu all around. With his opponent, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name right now. He
I'll try.
wants to
I'll
take
try.
him. Go ahead.
Sedyokub Kakramanov. Is that good? Even though I say cock, but it's probably kak. I mean, that doesn't sound good either, but it's something like that.
We're gonna run with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Hey, they got the same record, so that's good. I have seen Trevin Jones fight. I think he is a very good fighter. I have never seen this guy. At least I don't think I have. Well, I mean, that's not him, but
if this was a video game, he would be really good because he'd be a player you have to unlock.
who, this one? Trevin, or talking about this other guy?
Well, the one that's shadowed out. That's how video games go.
That's true. So you have to unlock him, so you don't even know how he looks or how good he is. But at least, look, he has no height, so he's small. He has no reach advantage, and he has no legs, I guess. So he's not human.
Yes. Yes.
He's not human. Okay, sorry.
He's like coming straight out of the ring.
Yeah, he's a character you built in the UFC game, and you're trying to make it through like the story mode, like building your guy up. That's basically what that is. I like the stash though.
Well, and here's the thing, right? With him, he's got one of my favorite nicknames, Vince from Hell Pichel.
Ooh, that's his nickname, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for there from hell. Okay, I love it. And then he's gonna go. So hey, so he looks like. I mean, of course, he is an older guy. Wonder what the age difference is. And it doesn't show.
Well, Pichel's definitely the older fighter. He's been in the UFC for a while, and he comes off of the Ultimate Fighter. I believe it was Team Canada versus Team Australia.
Oh, you know what? I do remember that.
Yes.
Man, okay. And that's how
Yeah.
long ago was that? Because I feel like it's been a little bit.
Michael, my mind doesn't go that far back.
Okay, sorry. Oh, just wondering. Just wondering.
No. But with Austin Hubbard, good, strong, young wrestler. So that should be interesting.
There we go. We got.
Now, this next fight, Pantoja versus Royval, the winner of that could be one of Moreno's next opponents for the belt.
Who do you think is going to win that one? You think Brandon's going to win?
I think it's who can implement their game faster. Pantoja really wants to get it to the ground. He is a jiu-jitsu world-class fighter. Brandon Royval is really great at causing how can I put it, scrambles. And he's a stand-up guy. He likes to throw punches, and when he's on top, he's a good ground and pound guy. So who can end up on top is going to determine the winner. I'm going with Royval.
So I mean, that could be like a "that's what she said" moment. He loves being on top. Got it. Okay.
Hello.
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 Now I have seen Brandon fight. I have seen Vince fight. Trevin Jones fight. I don't know if I've seen Pantoja. Is that how you said it? Right? Or no?
Yeah, you said it. Yep, you got
Okay.
it. Alexandre Pantoja.
I don't know if I've seen him fight, but it's possible. What do you think about Parker Porter and Chase Sherman?
So you got Chase Sherman, right? Who's he was in the UFC previously, left it and started doing bare knuckle boxing on BKFC. Back to the UFC. Now I think this is his second fight back, and I think Chase Sherman's foot movement, his speed, he should be able to beat Parker Porter.
I say I think I've seen Chase. I have not seen Parker Porter, so I don't know. But we're gonna go over predictions for the main card in a moment. We just want to talk about a little bit about the fighters, and then we'll talk more who we think is going to win, and then you can mark it down because I'm going to win this one. Just saying. Now I do know that there is a lot of beef between Helmke and Clay Guida, and there's a story behind it. And if Helmke wants to talk about it, he can. But that, I mean, he now when he fights, I do know he goes all out. It doesn't matter if he's got like a 5-inch gash in his face, crossing his eyes. He will still go to town. Now I have seen him get knocked out too, but I'm just saying he's a guy that will go all the way, all around, all the rounds.
So you know what? Let's talk about the beef. Let's talk about the beef. Like the
Well,
people
hold
want to
on.
know about
Before the
okay,
beef,
all right.
should we make our prediction first? Well, not on him, but when we come back to do that, then you can tell the story because I know who you're going to pick for that fight, and I don't think it's going to be him.
It's absolutely not. It's absolutely not going to be Clay Guida.
Okay, so
and let me tell you why though.
okay, well, is that because of the story? Because
No.
oh, okay, is it part of it?
Mark Madsen is an Olympic wrestler, right? Clay Guida's biggest strength is wrestling. So I think he's going to get out wrestled by the Olympian and he's going to get beat.
I don't know. Sometimes that the dog comes out and can win sometimes.
If he's a dog, he's a bitch.
Here we go, the main fight.
So I have a lot of respect for both of these guys, right? Jared Cannonier, he stands in very good company. He's one of 2 fighters to have a knockout in 3 different weight classes in the UFC. He used to when he first came, he fought at heavyweight. Then he moved down to light heavyweight. Now he fights at middleweight.
Man.
Then you got Kelvin Gastelum, former Ultimate Fighter. He was picked last. And then he went on to win the show.
Yeah. I don't know. This is going to be a good fight. I mean, this is going to be good. I just don't even know. Like, it's kind of hard to say. And it's just going to be good. At least I hope it's going to be good. Because there's sometimes I'm like, oh, it's going to be probably the best fight ever. And it's over like in 30 seconds sometimes.
I'll give my prediction now.
Well, let's start from the bottom and work our way up.
Okay.
So, who do you have for the first fight on the main card?
Brandon Royval by referee stoppage, second round.
I agree he's going to win, but I think it's going to go all three and he wins by decision. I don't know if we should mark this down, but I guess we'll look it over later. So, who do you got here?
Austin Hubbard by decision. I think he's going to, being the younger fighter, I think his cardio is better, and I think he outpoints Pichel.
I'm just going to go opposite just because I love the stash, and I feel like there's a lot of magic in that stash. I mean, I got a little bit too, just not as good as him, but I got a little bit. So I'm going to go Vince the Hell Pichel.
It's
or from
very
Pichel.
Gardner Minshew-like.
I don't know. I mean, I can't grow a lot of facial hair, so if I was to even try to grow a mustache, it would never look like that. Not even close. Even if I wanted it to. All right. Trevin Jones and Sadyokub Kakramanafaf. Yeah, that guy.
So, shout out to GoCheese14. I'm guessing he went to Google and he looked it up and you had it right. It's Kakramanov.
Is it Kak or Kak?
Kak. Sorry. Kakramanov.
Oh, I was right? Oh, nice. As you said, I was right. Woo, yeah. Thank you.
You had it.
The education here in San Antonio, Texas. I appreciate it. I don't know if that helped at all, but, just want to throw it out there.
That's a pretty good oxymoron.
Who do you got in this fight?
Trevin Jones.
Only because I don't know the other fighter, I'm going to go Trevin Jones. Or should I go with the guy that hasn't been created yet because it says his name amazingly?
I mean...
No, I'm going to go with the guy that hasn't been created yet.
You're going with Kak.
I'm going with Kak. It's like rhymes with Dak.
It also rhymes with Tic Tac. And that's not always a good thing because it's small.
He's got 0.0 in legs, so it works out. It's about right. All right, so this one, I'm gonna go first just because I don't know Parker, but I'm gonna go with Chase Sherman on this one.
I agree. I am going Chase Sherman as well. I'm gonna go with third round knockout Chase Sherman.
I'm gonna go second round knockout Sherman.
Ooh, second.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know he can bang. I'm a UFC. Let me bang, bro. Remember that?
Let me bang, bro. I just want to bang.
Yeah, I just want to bang. All right. So here we go. Clay Guida and Mark Madsen. So before you make your pick, I want you to tell your story.
All right. So I want to say it was probably Mike, about 8 years ago this happened?
Yeah, it was the first UFC in San Antonio.
Yeah.
We decided to buy seats that were 3 rows back?
Row 3.
From the cage, and man, those are some awesome seats.
Yes, they were. So we're sitting there, right? And we're meeting fighters left and right. They're signing my program. All I had was a pin, right? Like a big pin. So they're signing it. I'm taking pictures. Shout out to Mike and his wife for helping me because they held the camera while I was posing, right?
But it was funny is I didn't even get there yet, and I was looking for you because you had ran off, and I was just like, "Where'd you go?" And then I finally found you, and that's when you were with him.
Yeah, because at that time, At that time, I was a big fan of his. So I'm waiting in line. There's about 3 people in front of me, right? And I have my program. I kind of feel like a kid on Christmas morning, ready to go. And it's my turn finally. And I walk up to him and I'm like, "Hey, Clay, can I get you to sign my program?" And he goes, "Yeah, you have a Sharpie?" And I say, "No, I have a pen." And he goes, "Well, do you have a Sharpie?" And I said, "No, I
Uh,
have a pen."
a
And
pen.
he goes, "Well, come back when you have a Sharpie." And I was like, "What the fuck? Are you sponsored by Sharpie? Like, fuck, man."
Man, I remember that, and I was coming up behind you, and
Now,
you're getting mad.
now, mind you, I was already a little bit, I was 3 sheets to the wind already. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck who this guy is. I'm ready to fight. I've been disrespected.
And then yeah, because man, I had to pull you away. I was like, John, let's go. Don't worry
Yeah.
about this. And he was like, no, did you hear what he said? He wants a Sharpie. I mean, that was like
But
the running joke that whole weekend.
but I did turn around and say, "Can I at least have a picture?" And he goes, "Yeah." And
That's
the funny
true.
part is, look at the picture. Neither really one of us wanted to be in it.
That's true. Because I was telling you, let's go. And that's when, yeah, you asked for a picture. Uh, I don't know if I still have that picture. I know I sent it to you.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have it.
but also that night, you had another awesome picture from what's her face when you helped her over the rail. Do you remember?
Oh, yes. Jessica Evil Eye.
So she was on. So we were on the floor level. She was coming down, from I can't not might say bleachers, but from the seats, and she couldn't find her way onto the floor. John was there, and John said, "I'll help you over." I'll let you finish the rest because that was your moment.
Oh, I was there. I said, "I can help you if you want." And she said, "Really?" And I said, "Sure. I'm an opportunist. I'm a nice guy, right?" So I went to grab her, and oops, my hand accidentally touched her ass.
Dude, that was you were so excited.
I remember, I remember your wife saying, "Did you touch her ass?" And I was like, "Yes."
And she didn't say anything. I was like, "Thank you for helping me." I
And
mean,
then she took
but
the
you didn't do
picture.
it. But you didn't do it on purpose. It was
Oh
just
no,
when you were
no.
helping her. Yes, it touched. But yeah, and then you got a picture afterwards, and
Yeah,
man, that was awesome.
it was consensual. Yeah, it was consensual.
True, because she asked for help, and you helped her, and accidents happen. Man, you know what? That would have been nice if we had that. We should have put the picture on here so they can see it. So after that story, because you want to punch Clay. Who is your pick?
I'm taking Mark Madsen, the Olympian, by decision.
I'm gonna take Clay just because if he wins, I get to see your pissed off face, and then I can be like, Clay won, and then I'll bring you a Sharpie, and I'll sign your book for you.
I, I just want to say, till this day, I don't fuck with Sharpie no more.
You don't ever use them or buy them. No, but I mean, I'm gonna go with Clay. Clay's had some
So
good fights. I mean, I'm not saying he's the best fighter in the UFC, but he's got some good fights.
before we go to the main event, quick, DKN83 said Clay's the worst fighter from the city of Chicago. I'm counting all the hood fighters too. Laugh out loud. So Ken, if you can put in the chat who you think, DKN, if you can put who you think is the best fighter in Chicago.
Do you know of a best fighter in Chicago to you? I mean, I don't because I don't know many Chicago fighters.
Yeah, I do. It's this guy there. His name, he goes by D's. D's
Oh
nuts.
God, I knew that was coming. All right, main event. Who do you have winning?
Main event. I am taking Kelvin Gastelum by third round submission.
Ooh,
Rear naked choke.
he is great on the ground, and that's tough.
He has to weather the storm though, because Cannonier is very strong in the first round and a half. And if he can weather that storm, he will submit him.
Yeah, but also Kelvin does get tired quickly, so if he can weather his own storm, because he gets tired probably about somewhere about mid second round. So yes, Jarrett can throw a lot of punches at the beginning. Kelvin gets tired towards the end. It's one of those like, who is going to win that battle? I'm just going to go with Jarrett, and I'm going to say he's going to go all 3 rounds, and
Okay.
Jarrett wins decision. That's what I think.
So, quick side note on that.
Okay.
Jared Cannonier, this is his first fight back since fighting Robert Whitaker, where he broke his arm against Whitaker from blocking high kicks. So if Kelvin can come in here and throw some high kicks, test that arm, we'll see how it looks.
Kevin's too short. He has short legs. He won't be able to throw those kicks. Not that well.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
And quick little trivia for you, Mike.
Okay.
Can you name, remember earlier I said Cannonier was one of 2 fighters to have 3 knockouts, 3 TKOs, right?
Mm-hmm.
In 3 different weight classes. Who's the other one?
I don't know. He's hurt right now, and who knows if he's coming back. He had a 1 boxing fight that was horrible. He got carried in that fight.
It's the Irishman, Conor McGregor.
No, he's a good. I mean, he is a good fighter, but I feel like Conor lately, I don't feel like he's himself, or maybe he's just so far out of the game right now that it's just not the same for him.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is, and a lot of fighters have said this, when you have kids, it changes your mentality. And if you notice, he hasn't been the same since he had his first child.
There's some people that fight even I say better when they have kids, so it can go both ways.
Well, those fighters that fight better is because they're still fighting for a paycheck. Conor doesn't necessarily need a paycheck right now.
Well, he didn't need one after the Mayweather fight. Was it like
Exactly.
150 million or something like that he got?
Yep.
Yeah, money changes people.
His last fight, he made 25 against Poirier.
Poirier made how much?
Poirier was lucky that Conor took the fight and only made 5 million.
Poirier made 5 and Conor made 25?
Yeah. Conor's the A side.
I mean, I'll get paid that money to lose. I mean, I'm fine with that.
So
What happened?
don't lie, ho agrees that he hasn't been. I'm not telling you, Mike. You're not a ho.
No.
In the chat, hasn't been the same since he made the boxing money.
That's true. I would agree with that. I mean, the only fight he really, which was a really fluke win, was the Cowboy shoulder win, which I don't know how you win with a shoulder thrust, but he did it. But have you seen fighters now trying to use that move?
Why?
Because he won
Conor
with it.
did it.
Because he won with it. That's why.
And here's the thing, though. Conor did it a little different than most fighters do it. Most fighters kind of there and they throw the shoulder. If you look at the Cowboy fight, Conor dipped and jumped, kind of leaped his way into it with momentum.
Yeah, it's just a weird way to win because I haven't seen somebody just win like that. Just, I'm gonna put my shoulder to your face, and then you give up. Basically, I don't know. I mean, I love Cowboy because Cowboy's an awesome fighter, but that was just a weird way to lose.
Well, I tell you what, if Fancy goes and eats all the rice again, you're gonna see it in person.
I think he ate all the rice and probably took most of it home. And I don't blame him because that rice is amazing. Shout out to my wife. Your rice is amazing, just so you know.
Everybody in chat, if you have not had his wife's rice, it is practically a food group.
She could probably just make the rice and people would only just eat that. At least that, I mean.
Yeah. I eat her rice the way my son eats like Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the morning. I'm okay. Just give me a bowl of it.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good though.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
Man, just wait. We got a lot of things I'm excited that's coming up. Of course, we've got UFC fights. the ones that are tomorrow, one for your birthday. Ready for some football, so some fantasy football drafts, watching football in general. Man, I can't wait. I mean, I'm going to be two-time champion in fantasy this year. I want to call it out now. You know, everybody does it for the Cowboys, so I could do it for myself. It's our time. No, not really.
Mike, I thought we agreed that we weren't going to be drinking before the podcast tonight.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. It tastes so good. Once it touches your lips. Well, so for next week on the podcast, we're going to go and talk, of course, about these fights, not just this one in general. See how our predictions went, and what they did wrong, what we laughed about during that time. Of course, we're going to talk about more about football because we got preseason games coming up, preseason games next week. Getting ready for our draft. There's going to be no secret shared because I don't want him stealing my players. My players are the best, but no, because I'm in last place a couple of years and it's not that great. But yeah, so for next week, be ready. We're going to do it again, same time, Friday, 8:30. We're going to talk about, like I said, the UFC fights, what's going on, with some more football. We're going to see what John's progress is in Valorant, see how that's going. And we're probably going to throw in maybe some movies or shows that are coming out and see what we like and what we've watched already.
Yes. And don't worry, DKen 83. We keep it fair. We will also talk about all the garbage teams like the Eagles. So it's going to be a fair podcast.
But I am excited to see a lot of Aaron Rodgers. He came back. He was supposed to leave and he didn't. How he was able to get Green Bay to force what's his name to come back to the team? What's his name again? Randall Cobb. And to see how all these other quarterbacks are doing, because we have quite a few rookies that are going to be starting. And it's going to be nice to see what they do. Man, it's going to be exciting. And maybe in the next few weeks, I'll be playing some Fall Guys with me, and we get to see what the frustration is in that game. And if you guys want to join us, we have our Discord link at the bottom if you want to join our Discord. We have our Instagram link. We've got our YouTube. So this will be on YouTube for anytime in the future. If you can't watch it live, it will be on our YouTube so you can watch it later. Anything else you want to add before we call it a wrap for today?
Yeah, guys, just remember, if you don't use it, you lose it.
You know that doesn't really work, right? 40-year virgin tried it and it still doesn't work.
All right, well then let's go with it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
I like it. All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. We do appreciate it. Enjoy y'all's Friday night. Enjoy your weekend, even though I do have to work tomorrow, but it's okay. But enjoy y'all's weekend. We'll catch you guys next time, next Friday, 8:30, here at the Ham Podcast. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.